Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TRG Central. This is Gary, and we'll be covering week 30 here on episode 12 of the 2025 Road to the Triple Crown. As you probably know, this will be leading up to our TRG Breeders' Cup style races later in the season for the 3-year-olds. Tonight we'll be covering races from week 30 along with a couple allowance races. Let's see. As I said, there's two allowance races, and we'll also cover the Amsterdam Stakes, which is a grade 2 race, and the Jim Dandy Stakes race, which is also a grade 2 race, and that purse is $500,000 for that race. And then lastly, we'll cover the top 20 horses and fillies, looking towards our BC races for the 3-year-olds later in the year. Okay, so right now I'm just displaying the qualifiers. These are all, so let's go ahead and switch over to the males. That'll take a little while because I think there's now over 400 to 500 horse cars available. Okay, here's our top 20, and you can see there's 255 uh, horses that have raced for the 2-year-olds. I mean, yeah, the 3-year-old colts, and as you can see, Visible leads with the 450 victory points all the way down to 10. Muscat's Road with 123. You can see that looks like Miraquitz has a nice winning of over $4 million so far this year, while Visible with over $3 million. I think, and we'll probably, although I know I've debated about this every episode, we'll either take the top 8 or we'll take the top 16 and have 2 heat races and then a finals race for the TRG BC Classic for 3-year-olds. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the fillies. There you have the top 20 filly. Akara leads with 495 victory points, then 5G, and so forth. See, Lakara's won half of her races, say 8 stars, 4 wins, but 5G actually has more winnings than nearly 1.5 million over Lakara. And then we go all the way down to top 10. You see, yeah, there's Promise there with 117, all the way down to the 20th. Bahama. And you see there's 160 fillies that have run in our road to the Triple Crown. So we're talking to approximately 400 different horses that we've created cars for to run in the 2025 Road to the Triple Crown. And you need to also remember that these are 3-year-olds only. Although we have run a couple races that are 3+ and 4+ year old, but mainly the the focus was on the 3-year-olds and the Triple Crown races. So let's go ahead and get to the schedule, and we'll run a schedule. And that's the road to the Triple Crown. Again, we're on week 30. This is just the ID for the schedule. And here's our 4 races. We have the allowance race for fillies, another allowance race for the colts and fillies if the fillies want to enter, and you can see their purses are a little less than normally seen in the stakes races. Both of the races are being run at Saratoga, along with the 2 other races, the Jim Dandy and Amsterdam. All of the races this evening are being run at Saratoga tonight. There's no victory points awarded to any allowance race, but you can see Amsterdam has 75 victory points up for grabs, and so does the Jim Dandy. So let's view the fields real quick. Again, the criteria for allowance races that they have not run up to their real life number of races yet. And you can see the field here. And we'll go ahead and we'll do their past performances once we get to the betting window. There's our horses. And I picked them just randomly, and then I went in, if you notice here, the PP post position draw is now blanked out because I took it when I created the field, and then I came over here and then ran the randomized drawing on the post position, so they're not dependent on how I enter them in the field. Okay, the same thing here. You can see these are the colts, and there's one gelding in the race. Again, we'll check the past performances to have some idea on how well some of the horses have run in the past this year. Alright, now to the 2 main races, the Amsterdam Stakes, and you have some new horses in the field here. Smoking Wicked, it's kind of cool. Gunmetal we've seen, and maybe we've seen much music. We'll tell when we take a look in the past performances. And then we have the Jim Dandy, which has a $500,000 purse. You see there's just 5 horses here. We know a little bit about all of these. Sandman's not too bad. Sovereignty is a pretty good horse too. So let's go ahead, and we've got all the fields locked in pace, so we're ready to run. So let's head over to Saratoga and run the first allowance race for week 30. There's the conditions, and you see the purse, and no victory points are being awarded. 1 mile allowance race for 3-year-old fillies. And as you see, we've already done the randomized post positions in the schedule, so that's turned off. Here's our horses. It's kind of odd that I would have thought I would have selected a lot of similar horses, but you see there's, I should say, similar fillies. There is a few that don't seem to have much of a chance, but we have Margie's Intention and Nitrogen as the favorites. Let's take a look at their past performances. And see, Nitrogen's run twice, won $300,000. Margie's Intention has not won much money, but there looks like there's some warning line interest in Margie's Intention. All the rest of the horses or fillies have run one race. Mooncatch has only run an allowance, or second allowance. And there's something right here. Heavily Sunset Top and Glick have all run in the Indiana Oaks. Totally Justified and Nitrogen and the Belmont Oaks. And let's see. As far as the TRG speed, let's see. It looks like Top has gotten the best speed rating so far of the group. So anyway, there's a little past history about the fillies that are running in the allowance race. So let's go ahead and head over to the track and get this race started. Again, we're in Saratoga. There's the field, along with the jockeys. Let's go ahead and head over to the sewage tower. Everything looks like a go, and they're off. Out of the gate first with heavily sunset. As we go through this first turn into the back stretch, we have heavily sunset first, but there's quite a few horses right behind her. Oh, look at that. She's now seeing a little separation there. Oh, two's trying to catch back up. That's Galika. Heading into the back turn. We still have Henley Sunset with the lead, but no, four Nitrogen pass as we're heading into the home stretch. Oh, and now they're tied, Heavenly and Nitrogen, and they're passing the finish line. It looks like Nitrogen's gonna get the win. Heavily Sunset second, and looks like Critique third. There you have it. Nitrogen picked up trots away with over $100,000, winning the race. Heavily Sunset second and Kentucky third. Again, no Kentucky victory points were awarded. And that was George Ortiz riding Nitrogen to the win. Okay, head back over to the schedule. Pick up on allowance race 2 here at Saratoga. Go over to the I'm sorry, heading over to the betting window. And these are also kind of a bit scattered. Apple Daytona has the morning line odds favorite, and then from there, it could be anyone. Let's take a look at their past performances so far. And American Promise is running the most races. He's running four, one of them being a heat race for the Risen Star. Most of the horses, well, at least one, two, three, four of the horses have run some allowance races. In fact, Admiral Daytona, that's all he's run. There's Lloyd Jones running the Gotham, the third Barton by Crido. You can see Cool Intentions is running a couple of the races, Jersey Derby, Florida Derby, and the Mushu Macho Man Stakes race. Okay. Winning. Berlin Walls run allowance hasn't won any money yet. Geez, the highest one is, it looks like Blue Ocean Wave at 93,000. Huh. And let's see the speed numbers we have. Hmm, not really that good. I guess Velocia Wave again with the C102. Pulled that off and ran in the allowance. Okay, let's head back to Saratoga. Betting window and on to the racetrack. Hey, this is a mile 116. Remember, the first game turn is the half of furlong, and then we get into the normal 1 furlong per turn. So let's go ahead and head over to the sewage tower. Looks like everything's okay, and flood zone's out of the gate first, but we have a leader in full intention as we go into the back straight. Full intention is out front. We have flood zone second and everybody else behind. Again, full intentions holding on to the lead here in the back straight with flood zone second and only one space behind as everybody else seemed to have gained some ground. But no, looks like full intentions. Oh, there's something wrong with full intentions. Oh my. He came, well, we'll have to check. Oh, full intentions had an issue back there. But there you have it. One flood zone is the winner. Crudo second, Admiral Daytona third. Flood zone trots away with all $114,000. And Railu through the eras was the jockey on flood zone. Okay, that's it for the two allowance races. Let's go ahead and check out the Amsterdam Stakes, which is next on the race card. Oh, this looks like it might be a pretty good race, although Macho Music in post position 1 is the favorite. Take a look at their past performances. And you can see most of these horses have run quite a bit, but Monte-Go, that could be his first race. And let's see. Otherwise, do we have anybody? Let's see. Look at Gate to Wire. He's running 4 races and still hasn't won any money. Oh, poor thing. Finished 7th, 8th, 6th, and 6th. Uh, he's gonna have to get some money this week, or he's gonna be not eating his apples and oats quite as much as the rest of the game. There's 300,000 cheap crap. Looks like he's won the most money out of the 8 starters. And let's see, anybody that has any, yeah, D Crop has a 109 speed rating too. And his only race he ran into Winnie Stevenson, probably handicap. Okay, let's go ahead and head back over to the betting window, and I guess we're ready to head to the track. We're ready to run the Amsterdam Stakes. See, it's a 7 furlong race, and we're using the chute up in the top corner. Head over to the, oh, alright, we can do that. Sometimes I remember, and sometimes there's macho music. Like, oh, and you should see our top jockeys, Ira Ortiz Jr. and Flavin Platt, are in lanes 1 and 2 on their horses. Cameron, Smoking Winter, Wicked T-Craft, Gate to Wire, looking for his first in the money race. Gunmetal, Montague in his first race of the season and uncaged. Okay, head over to the Stewart Tower and they're off. With 8 getting out of the gate first, that was uncaged. In the first turn, everybody's all pretty close to each other. 5 did take a quick lead, but I thought Macho Music had taken over the lead. Macho Music still leading in the back turn. And heading into the home stretch, we have Macho Music first, Broken Wicker right behind. Oh, and 2, who's 2? Garmon just passed both of them. And what a finish there. It looks like Garmon held off to win the Amsterdam Stakes. Garmon with the win, Macho Music second. He was the favorite. And then Gate to Wire. It looks like Gate to Wire actually won some money. They're at $24,000 there. And too bad for Mono Gillen. First time out in the season. Came in a distant last. And you can see Flamin' Pratt was on Galamon for the win. Galamon did trot away with 75 victory points. Okay, that's it for Amsterdam Stakes. Let's go ahead and back over the schedule and get the Jim Dandy started up. Head over to the betting window. We have let's see, Sovereignty is as the favorite in the morning line, but we do have Sandman and Baez also highly favored. So let's go ahead and take a look at their past performances. And you can see here that all the horses have run at least 2 races. And running winner leader, it looks like Sandman at 300,000. Sovereignty. Let's see, 280,000. The 2 horses that won race. The Sovereignty has won the, he just won an allowance race. Oh well, how about Mo Plex? He managed to win the Bay Shore Stakes race way back when. Okay, I think that's about it. Speed-wise, we have Sovereignty with the best speed rate when he ran in the Fountain of Youth. He has 104. Okay, so that's it for the past performances. Final check in the morning lines, and we'll head over to Saratoga as fourth and final race on Saratoga's race card here, week 30. 9 furlong race, remember Jim Dandy's a $500,000 purse, so a little bit of interest there, and the money won. Head over to Stewart Tower and signaling everything's a go. And Hill Road is out of the gate first and takes the early lead in the first turn. But no, Sovereignty passing, but now we still have Sovereignty in the lead, and everybody else is in the pack right behind them. So far, it looks like a pretty good race. Now there's a little bit of distance there, and Sovereignty has a 2-space lead. Now, 2 is cut off. Sandman was within 1, but here in the home stretch, it looks like Sovereignty is taking over and is going to win the race. Sovereignty first, Fire second, and Sandman third. And Junior Alvarado was the jockey on Sovereignty. And he picks up $300,000 plus the 75 victory points. Okay, so it looks like that's it from Saratoga for week 3 races. let's go back over and take a quick look. Here's our schedule for week 31. That'll be in our next slidecast. You see we have some interesting races here. We have the West Virginia Derby and the Saratoga Derby, National Museum of Hall of Fame Stakes, Test Stakes, and a special race, the Whitney for 4-year-olds and up. And that's $1 million purse. The other purse is, let's see, Saratoga Derby is a 750, West Virginia is a 500, and then Test is also 500. We do have 3 Grade 1 stakes races. Saratoga Derby is a 1, Test Stakes, and Whitney. Okay, so that's a little preview of our next episode for week 31. Head over here, let's see. I have regenerate the top 20 after this week's races. These for the females. Doesn't look like much change. There's nitrogen here in the top 12 with that. He was Heather. I don't see any other ones. Okay, so that's the fillies. Let's go ahead and take a look at the colts and geldings. See if anything changed after those races. I have a feeling when we get into week 31 with all the greatest stake races that week, we may see some fluctuation in the top 20. Sovereignty is 12th with that win, picked up a few points. Don't see anyone else. Looks like that was the only one. Oh, there's Scalabon. 88. Well, there you have it. That's it here from TRG Central. This is Gary signing off. Enjoy the rest of your evening.